So guys, as I had promised, he's going to show us how he goes about his work. And first of all, Edu, umeibiwa hapa?
Art shop haibi wangu.
Kwa nini?
Ukiona art shop umeibiwa, watu wawili wamekuibia.
I want you to talk to this artist who just sits down. They draw a celebrity without the celebrity's knowledge. And then when they take the piece of art, they expect the celebrity to pay and end up disappointed when the celebrity doesn't give them anything.
If you display some kind of desperation,
Sure.
it lowers your value.
Why did you choose to pursue another thing yet you had an interest in drawing?
But again, you know who pays our fees,
Our parents.
So some of us have grown up with dictators, So like
drove you to draw this one? I think it was during the Occupy Parliament protest.
Sure.
What drove you to draw this piece of art?
Okay, I'll be honest. The piece is an original artwork, but it's not an original creativity.
Midea TV, spilling the tea, setting the trends.
Hi, Midea Digital Media viewer. Hope you are doing amazing. Uko na talent? Talent yako inakusaidia aje? Ama tujui talent yako ni gani? Anyway, welcome to the second episode of Thriving in Business. And today, I'm having another guest. Tulisema tukiona kitu nzuri lazima tukulete. So as I was surfing through social media platform, I met this wonderful page with various pieces of art. They are very appealing, very enticing, and I said I had to look for this person and bring him to you. He's somebody who has been in the art industry for so long, drawing. We want to know if art pays, what inspired his move into the art industry, and whether it is converting his life. So ladies and gentlemen, allow me welcome Edwin. He will say the second name because I might mess up pronouncing it.
Yeah, sure.
Hi Edwin.
Hi Trin.
First of all, tell them your second name.
My name is Edwin Omusugu, or rather Enly Arts. That is what they call me, or rather that's my name Yasana. So basically I'm a modern contemporary artist. So basically what we do here is purely basic raw art, nothing more but just handmade arts. Yeah.
We have seen your pieces of art. They are very unique. People have really appreciated them online, and people are really accepting them. But we'll come to that a bit later. Take us through your background, how you grew up, how was life for you, and how did you find yourself in the art industry?
Okay, that's quite impressive. Okay, I've done art. I think for the better part of my life. So I started art, or rather, I discovered I have a talent in art. When I was I think class 4 or something. So basically, I've been doing art for basically my entire life, but professionally. I've done art. This is my 4th or 5th year doing professional art. Yeah.
And you are still in this same shop. You started here?
Yeah, we started here. This is our first shop, where we started our career-based art. So it's the first shop, but we have vision to explore, or rather to advance more. Yeah.
Okay, take us a little back. You started art at class 4, right?
Sure.
So did you get to high school still doing art, and how did you start your professional work?
Basically, as per the system, you have to go through education, which is basically basic. So I've been doing art while I was still in school, while I was still doing my education. So I've done art as a hobby. That is through my childhood. So that is in primary, in secondary, in high school, in campus, even employed. I've been doing art, let's say on weekends. When I get free time, I engage in art and stuff. But it came to a situation whereby I decided I need to major more on my art. I need to major more on my interests, which is art. So that's why I decided let's say let me venture 100% into art. Yeah.
Was there somebody like motivating you, like, hey, unaweza? That gave you the motivation to continue doing this?
Yeah, I remember when I was employed, when I was employed back in Nakuru, there's this guy who used to paint at on your way to Afra Stadium. So the artist is called Ben. So actually Ben is the one who inspired me. So every day when I'm leaving work, so I used to have some classes at UON town campus, just opposite Christ the King. So there's this guy used to pass by his art gallery. So the arts really like inspired me a lot. So I thought to myself like, if this guy is doing this work professionally, so it means I too can do it, because I knew I have the potential, I have the skills, of course, and I have the ability to do it. So every day I would pass there when leaving my evening classes, talk to him, engage him, and he was like, yeah, you can do it, you can do it. So I just decided like, why not? I can also do it. Yeah.
And where were you taking these pieces of art you were drawing when you were in primary, in high school?
So basically most of the times the pieces I used to do to friends. So they were more like just gifts to friends. Others were just gifts to teachers, others were just school projects, so others were taking them to exhibitions. So we had, I really didn't have like any specific place I used to take them, or rather like I didn't monetize the work. So it was all about just
giving it out
for free, just gifting people.
Na ulikuwa unawachora, like unachora mtu unampelekea.
Yeah, sure.
And is this what you pursued in campus?
This is not what I pursued in campus.
What did you pursue?
I did a business course, purchasing and supplies. So actually this is contrary to what I did in campus. Yeah.
Why did you choose to pursue another thing, yet you had an interest in drawing?
Because if I had a choice, or rather if I had some resources to pay school fees for myself, of course I would have ventured into that direction. But again, you know who pays our fees?
Our parents.
So some of us have grown up with dictators. So they're like,
hope they don't see this.
It's okay, but it's the truth. Actually, I'm a dropout. My dad actually even forced me to do some aeronautical engineering. So it's a course I did for one semester. Then I was like, me and mathematics and chemistry and stuff, we are done.
Wait, you were in an engineering class?
Yes.
And then you
doing actually an aeronautical course. Yeah.
And then what made you quit?
I couldn't do it.
Why?
It's a lot.
Maths.
And I think too, it wasn't my interest. Yeah, it wasn't my interest. So I had to talk to the old man, and I had to change. Yeah.
How did you transition from this engineering course and started pursuing this purchasing business course?
So it's a discussion we had with my dad. So we just talked about it, and I was like, the course is not okay with me, and I'm not comfortable in doing the course. So we had an agreement. So we had a few suggestions on the courses I should pursue rather. So that is what we ended up settling on.
And which campus was this?
That was Egerton town campus.
So let's get back to art, because that's our business today.
Yeah.
So when did you establish your first shop?
I established my first shop, that was I think before COVID. That was way back in 2019, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Because during that period is when I think COVID hit us. But we've been existing since then until now. Yeah.
You started right here?
Yeah, started right here.
You've never expanded?
We expanding. Yeah, we've expanded because expanding is relative. Yeah, but honestly speaking, we've expanded, and we are just proud that we took that bold step. But there's just a connection with this place. We just love this place. Even if we open up a gallery tomorrow in Westlands or the high-end markets, we are not going to close this shop. Yeah, this is where we started. So this is more, it holds some memories to the brand. Yeah.
Talk to us about how you got your first client. How was it?
Okay, I remember my first client, like the first piece I sold, I sold to a colleague of mine. She's called Caro. So we used to work together in Pipeline. I remember Caro was my first client who bought my art. So the feeling was just out of experience. Yeah, because doing something, then getting someone who appreciates the work you're putting on, it really matters. And actually that is what really inspired us to do more and even to pursue the career. Yeah. And I remember by the second client was my brother Felix. Felix is the second guy who bought from us. Yeah.
Na umewahi chorea mtu alafu akakataa design umechora ama umemchorea akapotea?
So you in business you usually have those challenges, but fortunately I'm glad that I've never experienced such, apart from a few clients maybe delays here and there, which is understandable due to, let's say, financial restraints, change in business norms and stuff. But we are fortunate enough because we've never had clients that say I don't like this product, or rather I don't like what you've done, because in such a case you always have solutions to it. Yeah, so I'm glad that we've had like a smooth relationship with my clients.
Do you take deposits first or?
Yeah, we do deposits. That is 50 or 50 plus. So deposit is a sign of commitment. So we must take deposit before we commence on the work. Yeah.
And for this business, is it sustainable for somebody just measuring on this? You don't have a side hustle. Can it pay your bills? I understand you are a firstborn.
Yeah, sure.
You have siblings after you.
Yeah, sure.
You have a family. Yeah, you have kids. Is it sustainable? Can it pay all your bills?
Yeah. Again, sustainability, I can say, is relative. Because it trickles down to hard work, of course dedication, marketing, and of course the zeal, or rather the effort you put in on the work. Because if you're focused on a course, of course you want to see the end results. So for me personally, I can say it's sustainable for me. I can't complain, because if it wasn't sustainable, I would be doing something else.
Other thing. Yeah. And now, ukifanya hii kazi, is there a point umefika, umefungiwa nyumba or stuff?
No. I don't think I've ever had such challenges, because I've always put all my 100 effort to whatever I'm doing. Or rather, I've always put my 100% effort to my business, which is basically art. Yeah.
And as I was going through your page, I saw somewhere you said July was a very bad month for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you never had any sale, you know.
Yeah.
So when such months strike, how do you go about them as an artist?
Okay, what you do is basically these months occur. We have the peak months and we have the hard months. So when these months occur, that is when you cut on your expenditures, or rather you cut on your recurring costs and expenditures, at least to be able to sustain your bills and your, of course, able to manage your finances. So for me personally, what I usually do, or rather what I did during these periods, is you minimize your expenditures, you cut on recurring costs and stuff, and you're good. Yeah. Okay. And again, you emphasize more on marketing, you do promotions, of course, so that you try to bring in some business. Yeah.
I saw your pieces. They are quite unique.
Yeah, sure.
And I was touched by one. I can see it's over there.
Yeah, sure.
So what drove you to draw this one? I think it was during the Occupy Parliament protest.
Yeah, sure.
What drove you to draw this piece of art?
Okay, I'll be honest. we had a very challenging moment during that time. Actually, the piece is an original artwork, but it's not an original creativity. The piece is there, so it is a photograph of I think some photographer, I don't remember the name. So it's a piece that exists, but it's a masterpiece, or rather it's a painted piece that doesn't exist. You see, it's an original painting from a photographer's photo. But whatever inspired me to do the piece is at least to create a memory that depicts what really transpired during this period. The time where Kenyans were united against a common cause. So the reason I did that piece is because it reflects the memories that transpired that day. I was on the front line that day during demonstrations. So I saw the guy who was shot. I witnessed him.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. I saw him. So I was lucky enough, when I was scrolling through X, I came across the photo. Then I was like, I think I should do this for memory purposes. So what really inspired me is having experienced that moment is what really inspired me to do the piece. Yeah.
You got into parliament that day?
I didn't get inside the parliament. There are those who got inside, but we were close. So we are the second team that was at Family Basilica and stuff, yes. Yeah.
And away from this, I would want to know what pushed you to go to the streets on that day?
I think as a reasonable Kenyan, we can feel the hitch, or rather we can feel the economic meltdown, or rather we can feel how things are not working out. So personally, on my personal point of view, I felt like, let's do this because it is an issue that is affecting most of us, especially people and youths in the private sector, or rather youths who are venturing in entrepreneurship, youths who are venturing in their businesses, youths who are desiring to grow financially, or rather to grow, or rather to become independent financially. So I thought to myself, it's a cause that, it's a positive cause, a cause that is not driven by greed, a cause that is not driven by malicious leaders, a cause that is not guided or rather corrupted by our politicians. So it was a common cause for all Kenyans in general. So if you're feeling the issues, if you're feeling the pain of things not working out, you ought to be out in the streets. So that was the reason as to why personally I went to the streets, because I want change. I want a country whereby everybody can sustain themselves, not because you're positioned in a certain leverage, right? But you're working towards your goals and you can sustain yourself. So basically we just want, or rather we wanted good leadership, we wanted systems to work, everything to work, a better economic situation where everybody can afford whatever they're working hard towards to. Yeah.
And how was the state of the economy affected you as an artist?
I would say this, in this country, there's nothing so expensive than art materials. So when you talk about taxes, I think art materials are one of the most taxed items. And the finance bill which we rejected had some clauses inside there that were even taxing art materials even more, right? So those were some of the issues that we were against. We just want a system whereby every creative can access materials. We are not asking for cheap, but we are asking for affordable. Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to our audience, the people watching this.
Yeah, sure.
There's somebody watching this, they are already in the art industry, they are drawing, or there's somebody watching this and they have passion for drawing.
Yeah, sure.
What are the basic tools they need when they are getting into this?
So first things first, art is not like any other business. So first things first, what you need as an artist, you basically need one. You need the talent, that is mandatory. You need the passion, you need the zeal, you need the dedication, and you need the hard work. Once you all have that, you have like to top it up with the attitude. So you need a very positive attitude for you to venture into art. So when you like got all these, you need a little finances to buy materials. Let's say you need some cash to buy canvases. So those are painting materials like frames. You also need colors, of course, and you're good to go. Yeah, with art, you don't need a shop. You can do it
From your home.
from your home. You can do it from your balcony. You can do it from your room. So you don't need like to open up a shop. All you just need is to put your work out there so that people know, yeah, you're doing it and you exist. Yeah.
And for these upcoming artists, most of them, when they are starting this, the first thing they do is draw celebrities.
Yeah.
Is it a move you would encourage any artist like to do?
Personally, I would say whatever works for you, you just do it. But on my own point of view, I wouldn't encourage that because most celebrities don't pay, unless of course you get a celebrity who's passionate
About art.
Or rather a celebrity who's in touch with the situation, or rather how it is hard to venture into art. You see, but most celebrities, that's the time they take advantage of you. So they don't pay you back. Somebody just mentions you, and of course, mentions don't pay bills. Yeah. So personally, I wouldn't say I would encourage, or rather I wouldn't say I would dismiss that. But whatever works for you, because we have celebrities who are good. You present your work, they give you a platform for marketing, which is a win, of course, peer. But so what I'll say, if you're venturing into art, you're starting your art journey, or rather your art career, pick on celebrities that will create a platform. You see, celebrities that will create a platform for you to market your work, and of course take you from step 1 to step 2. Yeah.
Have you drawn for a celebrity personally?
No. Like drawn portraits for celebrities?
Yeah.
Or no. I haven't drawn portraits for celebrities, but what I've done, I've had friends who are celebrities. We've done business together. So those celebrities have really marketed my work. So examples we've done lots of projects with Wololo TV. We've done lots of projects with the likes of Kina Ivano. I've done even a piece for we have a piece with Andrew Kibe. So he's yet.
You worked with Kibe?
Yeah, but he's yet to pick it. So there are celebrities. There are a few celebrities I've worked with, the likes of Kina. What do you call him? Adigo. Yeah.
The woman.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've worked with a few celebrities, and trust me, they're good. They're okay. Yeah.
These are people who call you. They need this portrait.
Yeah.
And you just do it at your goodwill.
They reach out because there are people who respect the business. Because currently, even we have a project with Chef Islando. So there's a project we are doing. We are that will take let's say 2 to 3 weeks to complete. Yeah. So these are people who understand the hustle. These are people who understand the grind. They understand the business. So they're willing to chip in so that you guys work together. Yeah.
I want you to talk to this artist who just sits down. They draw a celebrity without the celebrity's knowledge.
Yeah.
And then when they take the piece of art, they expect the celebrity to pay, and end up disappointed when the celebrity doesn't give them anything.
There's something in business. there's something I usually believe in. I usually believe in customer stimulation. Yeah. So for people to appreciate your work, you have to brand yourself, right? So you have to show people like why they need to buy from you. So personally, I think I won't criticize the move because we all have our own ways of making things work.
Yeah.
But personally, I wouldn't take that direction because for a moment, if you display some kind of desperation,
Sure.
it lowers your value when it comes to branding. So personally, I wouldn't take that direction. Yeah. So why am I? I'm an artist, so why would I paint someone then present it to him? Come on, you're not doing charity. Yeah. So personally, I won't.
You won't draw a celebrity.
I won't. I can't.
And you cannot encourage somebody to do
I wouldn't encourage. What I say is, artists, if everybody, or rather if it was easy to paint, if it was easy to draw, everybody would be doing it. But I want to give you a challenge. I want you to analyze, or rather take a survey in your area. How many artists do you have in your area? I'm sure you're not even more than 2 or 3, right? For that fact, know your value, know your worth, and know your abilities. That's all. Don't rush. Time will come, because branding doesn't take a day. Branding doesn't take 2 days. But at the long run, you'll really appreciate. Yeah.
I want you to advise somebody venturing into this kind of business, because it's a business at the end of the day.
Sure.
Somebody venturing into this, what is the lowest amount of capital they should have? Which tools, like brush, the tools they need, and what they need to get that level of creativity to come up with unique designs like yours?
What you basically need, as I've said before, you need, once you've got the skills, like a whole package of skills, art is not that expensive. All you need is a good market, or rather you really need a good target client. So once you have that, for you to do a piece, it depends. Like what are you targeting, or rather what do you want to sell in the market, or rather what sizes do you want to produce? If we talk about, like, let's say like this size, I'll take you through like a good example on the cost, or rather on the input cost, or everything that you need for this piece, or rather for this size of a piece. This is more so of like 2.5 by 3 in feet. So for that piece to be complete, considering you have the skill set, you need the frames. The frames doesn't cost you more than 300 shillings. And of course, startup is always hard, because you need some capital. So capital will cost you at least 5,000. Because of course, you're targeting on quality materials to produce quality work. And of course, quality works gives you returns, right? So for that piece, a quick breakdown, you'll need, let's say, materials won't cost you more than 1,500. Then of course, the paintings, the brushes and stuff, that will stretch your budget. So with at least 10,000, you're good to go. That is if you have target client, if you have customers you're targeting to sell your work. So that's a good startup. Once you're there, clients come with referrals, depending on the quality of work, and of course the honesty and the timeline. If you beat the timeline, of course people refer you. If your work has some niche in it, of course you get clients.
That is for somebody just using a pencil, the board and colors.
Yeah, in colors, yeah. For art, you don't need much. Yeah, you just need that. You need the colors, which are here. You need the brushes, and of course, market. That's all. So if you have a page on socials, it's good. You can market your work through social media. You never know who likes your work. So you start from there.
There are people who have the talent, but they don't know how to market their work. How do they go about it?
Okay. The biggest challenge we have in our industry, of course, is marketing. So what I'll encourage most artists, or rather what I'll encourage most creatives is you can use socials, you can use Instagram, you can use TikTok, you can use Facebook to market and display your work. So you can get something small, or rather like you commercialize your pages, or rather your business pages. You do some boostings. Once you do some boostings, then you're good to go.
It cannot work without the boosting.
The challenge we have, the algorithms at the moment, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of traffic in socials. So for you to target a larger number, you have to boost your work because you're targeting a big audience, right? And how do you tap a big audience? You only tap a big audience if you're sponsoring your work. You only tap a big audience if you're marketing, or rather if you're putting in some revenue to market your work. Yeah. And
I've gone through most business pages.
Yeah, sure.
You'll find that they don't have likes. So I'm wondering, do you have clients coming from social media? I saw your work on Instagram, on Facebook, or on TikTok.
Yeah.
Because I always see they don't have any likes, most of them.
Yeah. So what happens is there's a way social media works. You might find a client sees your work, because when you boost your work, it targets a larger audience.
Yeah.
So not everybody is interested in clicking, or rather in commenting. There are some clients who are interested in the details. Are your contacts there? You see, are you reachable? That is more than enough to them. So what they do is somebody just clicks on the contacts, calls you direct, or rather messages you through WhatsApp and places the orders. Yeah.
And do you think Kenyans are supporting the art industry perfectly well?
Yeah, what I'll say is Kenyans are really supporting art industry. The challenge we are having is we don't have, or rather artists have not marketed art, right? Or rather artists haven't done enough work to provide quality work in the market. Because if you look at a good majority of artists, you will find who is our target client. Majority of artists are targeting foreigners. That's why majority of artists are going to exhibitions. You see, why? Because there's a certain clientele you're targeting. So personally, from my experience, I'll say Kenyans love art, Kenyans appreciate art, but the challenge we have is we don't have enough quality artists to provide the quality work. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are having a conversation with Edwin, an artist who has been in the drawing industry for quite some time. So the second part of this interview, we are going to have it as he shows us how he goes about his work. Stay tuned. Okay, so guys, as I had promised, he's going to show us how he goes about his work. And first of all, Edu, umeibiwa hapa?
Art shop haibiwangu.
Kwa nini?
Ukiona art shop imeibiwa, watu wawili wamekuibia. Artists ama fundi wa rangi. Yes. Shop ya hata haibiwi na mwizi.
Kwa nini?
Because kuna shop mbili haziibiwi. Shop ya art na bookshop. Ama or rather library. Because value ya art, only the artist anajua value. Mwizi hajui value. So shop ya art haibiwi. Ikiibiwa ni artist ameiba.
Artist mwenzako?
Artist mwenzangu ndiye ameiba.
Unajua nimeshtuka, tumekuja hapa tumekaa almost 20 minutes. Na iko tu wazi.
Yeah.
Na uko mbali.
Yeah, because art iko na value, but of course it's only the artists when wanajua value ya art, or rather those consumers who know the value of art. So art shops are safe.
Nasema mtu hawezi iba kitu kama hii?
Huwezi iba because unapeleka wapi?
Sinaenda kwangu kwa nyumba.
No. Hatujafika unless sasa tuanze kwa chano anze kuiba art shop huwezi iba.
Anyway, you can show us the tools zenye an artist anafaa kukuwa nayo, the basic tools.
Okay, so basic tools are first things first. You need your painting materials, and the painting materials I think tutaanza hapa. So here we have, this is ini canvas. Yeah, this is basically pure canvas. Ama inaitwa pia poly canvas. That is the hiyo ndio hii material mnaona. So apart from that we have now the frames. So here we have, this is the wooden frame. So this is basically any softwood. So the 2 inches by 1 inch. So hizi tunatengeneza. Tunaoutsource hapa kwa mafundi tu hapa karibu. You don't need like to do all of them. You need what else do you need? Very important. Of course you need a set of brushes. Hizi zote unaona huko ndani ya maji, hizi ni brushes. Tunaziekanga huko because msanii kidogo kushinda ukiosha hiyo kazi ni mingi, so ina waste time.
Amuoshi.
Yeah, so ukiweka hapo ndani 1 year inakatwa hapo, unatoa una paint unarudisha hapo
1 year.
So inakatwa. Unaona ni mingi like we all, hizi zote ni brushes of different sizes. Cleaning ndio hapo issue kidogo. So unaona hata area venye inakaa. Because msanii ako busy, msanii hana time ya kushinda ukiosha vitu.
Okay.
So another thing you need, of course, those are brushes. We've shown the frames and stuff. So we need, these are paintings. So basically these are the paintings. So or other pigments. So in acrylic, we usually use pure acrylics. So hatutumii anything else. Pure acrylics is art. So zina come in different brands. Montemate, we have Faber-Castells, we have same Montemate, we have Fevicryl. So all those are brands, painting materials. So here we have the spray cans. So these are basically oil spray can using gold. What else? We have sorry to mention this one. These are primers, These are normal primers. So this is silk, premium grade. So me personally, me prefer this brand. It's the best brand in the market. So ukiniuliza nitakwambia natoanga wapi. So hiyo mpaka UDM. So it's the best. It's the one we use to prime. So this is unprimed canvas. This is primed canvas. Yeah, you can feel it. Yeah. So those are our primers. Always white in color. So another thing you need as an artist, these are brushes, big brushes like 4 to 5 to 6 inch. These ones are priming because they cover like a large surface. So from there, gonna sketches. So these are pencils in different grades. Hizi zote ni za sketching. So these are pencils za sketching zimejaa hapa. Yeah, so shangae ni mingi kwa nini?
Mbona utumii moja?
Msanii time ya kuchonga pia na kwa shida, so nachonga mingi. Ile inafanya kazi ndio natumia at the moment because it is your against time. So we still have materials. So mshangae mnashangaa shop ya msanii inakaa ni kama shop ya fundi.
Unashona nguo.
Hii ni measuring tape because arts are usually measured in sizes, right? So you measure them in feet. So you must have measuring tape. Nyundo, very important.
Nyundo ni?
Nyundo ndio hiyo. When dressing and stuff, kugonga tu msumari, you need nyundos. Hizi ni ma squares. Kama ulifanya physics unaelewa. Kama ukufanya,
shauri yako.
Hiyo shauri yako inakupita. So this is the square. Basically, wengi wenye mnajua what it does. So it does 90 degrees. It does 45. So how do we measure?
Square.
Yeah, so it does, we do 90. Unaona? We do 90. That's how you tell if your canvas is perfect. Of course, lazima ilalie ukuta. Nalalia ukuta. Yeah, so that's it. Makasi iko hapa. Hii ni ya kukata canvas. Canvas lazima ikate, so lazima you need makasi. Makasi si moja, ni mbili, kuna kubwa, kuna ndogo. Depending hiyo siku umeamka na mood gani unataka kutumia nini. We have the highlighters. So these are highlighters. We have the metallic ones. So kuna kazi zingine you really need them for detailing, yeah? Apart from that, tuko na bado highlighters zingine. So this is a set of 24 different color set, yeah? So basically these are pure acrylics highlighters. Hizi ndio zapiga zile details ndogo ndogo. You don't like spread your work all over, ama kazi haikai neat. Client anashangaa, huyu jamaa kazi yako bwana, mbona inakaa kama wewe? Yeah, so those are
msanii ana time.
Msanii ana time. So basically hizo zingine, hiyo ni speaker. Msanii akai kwenye kumenyamaza. Ni saizi tuko interview bure hapa, kuna kwanga kelele kama club, so msanii lazima afanye kazi kukiwa na distraction kwa background. Na kill noise kidogo ina bring out creativity. Msanii akai ni kama ako ndani ya thermos. So hiyo ni speaker, imekula rangi, usimind. So hizi zingine zote ni ma-empties, zimejaa rangi because msanii akichanganya marangi au dispose, unaweka una store because maybe utadedi hiyo rangi, so you don't need to changanya tena. Because mkiangalia kuna colors mob, primary colors. Out of the primary colors you always get any other color you need. So hapa najua mnauliza kuna tu vitu ndogo ndogo ziko huko kama hizi, these are scrappers za kutengeneza ma textured art, zile ma abstracts, hizi ma scrappers zimejaa hapa. So we have the plastic ones, hizi tuko nazo hizo bado. Tuna materials za art hapa, tuko na mascapels hizi pia zinasaidia hizo kama unataka surface smooth na gwara kidogo inatoka. So what else, hizi ndio palettes. Sijali nazitoa tu anyway.
Mbona zinakaa zile za keki jamani? Sasa
una improvise, una improvise, unatumia because kazi ni mingi. Ile hii ya keki ndio best. So unatumia hiyo, alafu it's cheaper, it's affordable, tunatumia hiyo. So what else very important nimesahau kuambia. Oh yeah, we have the blower. Blower imejificha somewhere but najua tutaipata. So yeah. Hii ni blower.
Blow dry.
Hii ni blow dry. Watu wa salon madem wanajua ni blow dry. Si tunajua ni blower. Hii inasaidia sana. Weather ni mbaya, kazi haikauki. So na blow na hii kazi inakauka. Ama pia kama unapiga liquid art, you want to spread your paintings, unatumia hii blower ku spread kazi yako. So the rest, kila kitu hapa iko na kazi. So kila kitu iko na kazi. What else? What else do we have?
Kuna pliers.
Yeah, kuna pliers. Hiyo ni ya vitu ndogo ndogo. Need to fix some screws kwa painting, kuhang kwa wall and stuff. Tuko na materials zingine pia tudogo. Vitu wasanii wataelewa. Hii inaitwa palette knife. So hii ndio palette knife. Inasaidia sana kwa abstract arts, ku spread painting or rather ku create texture. Hii ndio unaona inatumika hapa. Hii ni palette, hii ni palette knife. So wasanii wanaelewa. So tuko na kibao sizes nini, kila kitu, brushes in different sizes. Yeah, so for materials I think that's it. Unless kama umespot kitu mahali unashangaa na hii ni ya kazi gani, nitakuelezea tu.
I think umeonyesha na vitu mingi. Now take us through the process of drawing. First, how do you come up with an idea if a client aja order?
What really happens, so there are two types of clients we deal with. There are clients who give you an idea, so you visualize the idea and you perfect the idea, or rather you put the idea on canvas. And we have clients who usually like we have clients who send work, or rather commission. So these are clients wenye wanakutumia kazi yenye anataka, so you just like copy paste to your canvas whatever they want. Yeah, so today or rather on a quick one, we are going to take you through the process, or rather like how we usually achieve a masterpiece. This is basically the wooden frame imedressiwa na canvas. So najua mnashanga utu mtu nini. These are pin, so the pins are here. Pins are here. For those who don't know, those are the pins we use to like tack, or rather to like dress the canvas. So this is the pure canvas. We usually call it poly canvas dressed on the wooden frame. So these are plain canvas. So hii iko ready kufanyiwa kazi. So first things first, tutai prime. Ukishai prime, we prime it to pure white kama hiyo. So hii unaona hapa, hii iko ready kufanyiwa kazi. Piga sketch, piga sketch, unapiga masterpiece yako, boom, you're done. So hii to take through the process, how we prime it, and of course sketching and doing your paint. So kama uko na time, grab a beer, or rather grab some tea, water, or relax. We are here, or rather we are going to take a very long time kupiga hiyo masterpiece. So kama uko na free time ya 3 hours, we enjoy.
But we'll try and summarize, si washtue.
Yes, ndio nasema wewe enjoy. Enjoy. So first things first, we are going to mix our primer. As I told you, this is white primer. It is silk. So I usually prefer silk because silk ina blend well na acrylics. Alafu pia ni quality. Tutaona tu. So we are going to open it. So ukiona it's the ratio is good, like the ratio of water to your rangi is okay, then you're good to go. So me prefer white because white is more of a neutral color, or rather white is more of a good color to work on anything. You can do black, you can do any color once you have a plain white background. Alafu of course white plain background haikupati, it doesn't limit you to any creativity, because whatever you think unaweza piga hapa, unlike other colors that zina kuchallenge what you need to do and stuff. So hii ndio brush yetu. I prefer a bigger brush because it covers a good surface. So kupaka ina formula, napaka tu. So you can see even hata may change. So once we do that, we usually do like 2 to 3 coats. Ndio canvas inakuwa bit thicker. Of course you can work your surface, you can work with it inakaa poa. So now this is the most important or rather interesting part. Sasa tume prime. Rangi ni maji, weather unaona hakuna jua, hata yaniki kwa jua. So what do we do? Do we stay and wait for it ikauke? Hiyo rangi kukauka will take us some time. That will be like at least 20 to 30 minutes ndio ikauke sana. So if that's the case, utapiga pieces ngapi per day? Your guess is as good as mine. So what we do is there is where now the blower comes in, or rather the blow dry. Mademi ni blow dry. Imekula tu rangi but ni normal blow dry. Ukitoka mtaani kama hujachanua nywele,
anaweza pitia hapa chanue nywele.
Unapitia hapa Enly anakusort, unapiga nywele yako na chanua. Yeah, so what you do is we regulate the heat, then unapiga. So we do our second coat. So that is our third coat. Shamaliza hapo, you dry it up. After drying, of course, you can start doing your sketches depending on what you want to paint. Or rather, what you want to achieve. So as we can see, these are primed canvas. Kuna difference. Yeah, so iko ready kupigwa artwork sasa.
Ndio ulikuwa unasema 3 hours.
Kupaint ndio 3 hours. So hapa tukianza kusketch ni forever. So nakumbuka sio? Sketching ni forever. Because whatever you sketch is exactly what you want it, or rather what you want to appear. It is exactly your subject. So the sketch. So what you want to do, the sketch must be 100 of what you want to achieve. Yeah.
So kama hii ni what length?
Kama this one now, this is 1.5 feet by 2 feet, or rather that is 45 centimeters by 60 centimeters. Yeah.
So the length depends on what you want to draw, sindio?
No. Actually, what you want to draw, you can either maximize it or rather you can shrink it to whatever size. Any painting can be done in whatever dimensions. So you can do it big, you can do it smaller. It doesn't affect. You just have to have the mindset how are you going to proportional it, or rather how are you going to capture it in a very proportional way. Yeah.
And does the length affect the price?
Yes, our pricing is basically determined by the size or other dimensions, but not the type or rather the drawing or rather the art. Yeah, so usually priced by measurements or rather by dimensions of the piece. Yeah.
What is the cheapest price of your art and what is the most expensive?
Okay, we have cheap. Alafu expensive is we say subjective. Yeah, so we can say cheaper. Our cheaper is this. Our cheaper is this, which goes for 2,500. So I'm sure most of you are wondering ala kuna painting ya 2,500. Yes, it is there. So paintings are not so expensive as people perceive it. Anybody can afford a painting, right? So our cheapest is this. This is 1.5 feet by 2 feet, which goes for 2,500. Anything you want whatsoever. Bora usituambie tuchore a whole clan, the whole of your clan. So unajua unaweza kuja ukasema mimi nataka clan yetu yote itoshe hapo. Iwezi. Yeah. So for paintings, this is our smallest size, goes for that price. Most expensive, it depends. We have our maximum, or rather our canvases stretch to what do we call it? We call it length or width, or whichever. I guess the width of our canvas stretches to 5 feet. So our limitation due to our canvas is 5 feet, but it stretches to whatever length we want. We can do a 5 by 6, which is the size of a bed. We can do a 5 by 7 by 8 by 9 by 10, like a very massive piece. So the pricing is usually by size, and so our maximum size, or rather the size normally that clients prefer the biggest, is a 5 by 6. So 5 by 6 goes from around 50,000 to around 80,000, depending on, of course, what the client desires.
And you've said you can shrink a piece of art or you can enlarge it.
Yeah, sure.
So if there's somebody watching and maybe they want you to draw them, can you draw me in this one?
Yeah, sure. So our pricing is in different types. So we have pricing for normal paintings. Normal paintings is whatever you're seeing here.
Yes.
Then we have the portraits, or rather the portraitures. Portraitures are basically human paintings, or rather human faces. So for human faces or rather portraitures, we price differently. So for those, we have the measurements. So the measurements are usually in measurements of A4, A3, A2, A1. For this size, this size is equivalent to A2. So for this size, human faces or rather portraitures, these ones we charge at 8,500 for this size. Then we have a smaller size, which is A3. A3 we charge at 6,500. We have A4. A4 we charge at 4,500. 500. Then we have A1. A1 is almost this size, actually equally this size for portraitures. So A1s we charge at 11,500, and the maximum size for portraitures is A0. A0 we usually charge at 30,500.
A0 is the size of 5x6.
No. A0 is slightly bigger than this.
No, like somewhere here.
Yeah, slightly bigger than this, because that is basically the limitation. Yeah, sizes portraitures or other portraits. Yeah.
For an artist mwenye anachora watu, you draw somebody and then they refuse to pay, or they are kind of problematic when it comes to paying. How would you advise them to go about it?
Actually, what I'll advise like portraiture artists or other artists artists who've majored basically on doing portraits, you can do 70% deposits or other 70% commitment for works, because it saves you those situations where clients refuse to fully commit, or rather to fully pay the remaining balance. So if you're doing portraits, it's good you can do from 50 to 70% deposits. At least it gives you some security, because at times you might have problematic clients.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect, work is perfect, everything is good, but again clients has like, can you add, you know, portraits are a true representation of what you present. You're not supposed whatsoever to add anything extra or anything less. So you might find yourself in a situation whereby clients are like, you know, you can add me some bit of eyebrows, which she doesn't have. You see, or rather, forehead is a blessing. But somebody is like, you know, my forehead is popping.
So big.
Yeah, it's really popping. Can you do some hair, like, to reduce?
But I think you're here to serve the client's need. If they want that.
I think basically what you do is to give clients a true representation of what
they are.
Those are for commissioned work, right? Because with portraits, it's so tricky. That's why most artists don't do portraitures, or rather don't do portraits. Personally, I don't do portraits because it's a lot of work, and of course, due to such challenges, you might find yourself in a very tricky situation.
And as somebody who has been in this business for some time now, can you advise somebody who is watching and has the talent to venture into this?
We advise them on.
Can you advise them to venture into this without having any side hustle?
It all depends. What I'll say is, art is good. Art is a good career. You don't need much. You just need very high emotional intelligence. You just need a bit of high creativity. You just need to be extremely patient. Of course, a lot of dedication. You need the zeal and passion, of course, to pursue the career. So what I'll advise most young fellas, or rather most young people who want to venture into art, is that art is okay. Art pays. Just put all your effort into it. Commit yourself to it. Do marketing. Do some connections and stuff, and everything will work out. It's all about patience and putting all your 100, or rather all your effort into the grind.
If you put your all, you'll get maximum benefit.
Exactly.
Okay, before you tell us where they can find you, I want you to send a message to somebody who is trying art and they are kind of not lucky. They've been drawing for so long without any tangible return. What can you tell them?
What I'll tell you is change your perspective. Or rather, like, change your perspective, change your mindset, right? Change how you market your work, and draft on how you want to achieve your craft, right? Because we've had situations whereby artists tend to charge higher, you see, expecting more returns in a very shorter period. Art takes time, and of course we have so many good artists who are producing better quality work, So take your time, be patient, emphasize so much on marketing, put up effort, make sure you build up a very strong trust amongst your clientele, and of course have a very like target client. Who are you targeting? Who do you want to sell your work to? Once you do that, then slowly by slowly you'll start seeing the returns, and everything will definitely work out. Yeah.
Okay, for somebody who is watching this, they have loved the piece of arts that have been displayed in this video. They want to reach you, they want to buy. Where can they get you?
Basically, you can find us on all socials. Our social media handles are Enly Arts, that is ENLY _ arts, like ARTS. That is on both Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Google Maps, and of course YouTube. So there is where you find us. You'll find all the work we've done, the tutorials. You'll find there the progress shots and everything that we do.
Do you have a number?
Yeah, my number is you can reach me through WhatsApp, because we do displays on WhatsApp too. We have a catalog on WhatsApp, so you can reach me through my Safaricom or other WhatsApp number, which is 0723 041 192. So the number is 0723 041 192. Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching our conversation with Edwin, an artist who has been in this industry for quite some time. So have you figured out your talent? Ama bado unafikiria? It's time you figure out your talent and see how your talent can help you navigate through this life. Remember, if you have a story, you can DM me a summary of your story on my WhatsApp number 0797227185, and you could be the next guest on our show. Tell us what you've learned from this video, and see you on the next video.
Midea TV, spilling the tea, setting the trends.